So we are sophomores and freshmen from Drexel University, computer engineers, and when we were thinking about projects to do, we really kind of thought about something that really meant something to us. We didn't really think about larger impacts so much. First, we just thought about the first thing that came to mind, and really that was dorm life and how we can make that a little bit better. Obviously, at Drexel and other dorms across the country, once you've left your room, it's very easy to lock yourself out. We're such busy college students, so oftentimes you can forget your key. And so we just figured out a simple mechanism for unlocking the door remotely just via Bluetooth from your phone. So my friend Josh here is going to demo it off.
All right, well basically you can key in any password here, and it'll say invalid password. But if you key in the correct password, it'll say password accepted.
And so I have a little mechanism here on the door that actually pulls the door handle down
Can I run it again?
Unlocks.
Yeah.
You guys can see.
One more time.
And then Darius is going to explain just exactly how we implemented it software-wise.
It's a fairly simple circuit. What it does is it runs a loop, and every second it listens for active Bluetooth connections coming in from this app that allows us to send serial input to the Bluetooth. When the user types in a password, it checks if the stored password is matches, and if it does, it tells the motors to turn, and therefore opens the door handle.
So we also had another teammate, Josh, who unfortunately had to leave early. But basically, we were also thinking about commercialization for this project. It's a very simple circuit, so there's no real need for a processor as powerful as the Arduino. We could use a simple IC. All of the circuitry components and the Bluetooth module which we use could probably fit inside a box the size of a deck of cards. The biggest constraint that we had was the servo motors. Unfortunately, the motors that we purchased for the project weren't quite strong enough, so we did have to use two. These are only $10 servos. We could easily get like a $20 servo that would actually provide just enough power to open the door handle on its own. So cost for this whole project would probably be about $50 to $80 depending on your economy of scale. Also, we would hope to shrink this project, of course, so that it easily installs. We just used command strips, so you could easily pull it on, pull it back off. Actually, we're going to have to stay here afterwards to make sure the door comes off nice and clean, but installation should be no problem. The largest, obviously, issue is you can see we have some fishing line here, or you may not be able to see, and that's just really a temporary fix. When we install it, we'd actually like to have some kind of grip on the fulcrum, but of course our servo wasn't strong enough to apply right there. So basically, it's just a simple little project. We thought of it last week and figured it would be simple enough to actually implement, at least hack together in a day. So thanks, guys.